So hey guys, and welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be talking about the return of the Retro Squad at Alton Towers for the 2022 season. I'm going to be giving my thoughts and opinions on the subject because I've got quite a few of them and I really want to share them with you. So if you go on to like this video, please smack that like button, hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a single video. Without further ado, let's get straight on into it. So if you didn't know, I don't know how you don't know if you don't know, but basically the Retro Squad were a set of 3 temporary flat rides that were installed in various locations at the Alton Towers Resort for the 2021 season to help with capacity due to COVID. These were removed at the end of the 2021 season during the winter period, and we've just had confirmation from Alton Towers that these will be returning for the 2022 season. Someone asked Alton Towers on Twitter what the fate of the Retro Squad was, and Alton Towers replied with,
"We have received notice from Planet Retrograde that Roller Disco and Funk and Fly will be returning for another season of fun and thrills. Mixtape is supporting another mission. We are awaiting an update on the mission status. We wish Mixtape the best of luck on this assignment."
So reading into this tweet then, we are going to get at least 2 Retro Squad rides back for the 2022 season at Alton Towers. So we're going to be getting Funk and Fly, that was a Super Trooper ride that was based opposite Nemesis in Forbidden Valley. And we're also going to be getting Roller Disco back, that was a Waltzer ride that was based behind Rita's Turnaround section in Dark Forest. Sadly though, we're not going to be getting Mixtape back that was based in X Sector last year. That was my favourite of all the Retro Squad rides, so I'm really sad that that's not coming back. But hopefully we will get something in its place to further help with capacity at the Alton Towers Resort. So let's talk about my thoughts and opinions on the subject then. I'm not happy that the Retro Squad are coming back. I do believe that Alton Towers do need some filler rides in their lineup, but I don't believe that the Retro Squad is the right way of going about things. I love the Retro Squad as a one-off, so I think for the 2021 season it did a really good job of dispersing the crowds and help alleviate some of the queues on some of the major roller coasters. But for the 2022 season, I would have loved to have seen Alton Towers invest in some permanent flat rides, even if it was 1 permanent flat ride per year that we got. I would have loved to have seen a well-themed flat ride be put into its respective area. So for instance, in Forbidden Valley, we do know that Nemesis will be getting a retrack now, and as part of that retrack, Nemesis will be getting some theming touch-ups, and the overall area of Forbidden Valley will be getting a theme enhancement, as you will. As part of those works, I would have loved to have seen a permanent flat ride be installed into Forbidden Valley. The same with Dark Forest, that needs some new permanent flat rides, and so does X Sector. Now X Sector does have the Enterprise granted, but if you see the queues that the Smiler regularly gets, there needs to be another support ride in that area to take the pressure off of things like the Smiler. Now I really don't have an idea of what permanent flat rides I'd love to see at Alton Towers. I'd just like to see some permanent flat rides, something that doesn't blare out 80s music, and something that doesn't stick out like a sore thumb in a well-themed area. So for instance, in X Sector, Mixtape last year was so unbelievably loud. In my opinion, you could hear it from the Smiler shop in some cases, and it really did take me out of that experience. I go to Alton Towers to be taken away. I don't want to hear Bon Jovi from the Smiler shop. It was the same in Forbidden Valley. The music was so loud, I could hear it from Nemesis at some stages. So again, maybe that's something they could fix with the Retro Squad Part 2, I guess. I'm not sure if they're going to get a 3rd Retro Squad ride for the 2022 season this year. Nothing's really been said. If you read into that tweet a little bit, Mixtape could be coming back, I guess. They say that they're going to watch the mission for Mixtape, but again, I wouldn't put my money on Mixtape coming back for the 2022 season, although I would love to see it come back because it was actually a really good ride. But yeah, I would like to see some permanent flat rides installed at Alton Towers. Again, because I do feel like, as well as the audio side of things, just visually, you step into Dark Forest, around the back of Dark Forest, and you just see a mess of flashing lights behind Rita. I know that Rita isn't a particularly well-themed roller coaster, but 13 is. And just to see those lights flashing before you go into the entrance, again, it just takes you out of that immersion, in my opinion. So the Retro Squad squad then, in my opinion, isn't all bad. I love the theme, this 80s theme that the Retro Squad has, and I love the soundtrack. But what I don't like is the way that theme contrasts in various areas. I think it clashes with certain themes really poorly, like the Dark Forest and Forbidden Valley. In regards to the rides themselves, I loved Funk and Fly last year, although I didn't like it before I ate going on that ride, because it makes you feel quite sickly. I did love Mixtape as well. I think that Mixtape was a fantastic ride. I'm not so hot on Roller Disco though. I would have loved to see Roller Disco replaced with something else, because usually on a waltzer you have someone going around spinning the gondolas. Didn't have that with Roller Disco because of health and safety, and it was run on a really slow setting, and it just wasn't running the way that a waltzer should be run, really, in my opinion. So I would have loved to have seen that replaced with something else. I just want to bring your attention to Thorpe Park for a second, because Thorpe Park do filler attractions really well. So as well as the fantastic roller coasters you have at Thorpe Park, you also have fantastic filler attractions like Storm Surge, Samurai, Rush, Vortex, Zodiac. You have so much there to space out your day with. You don't have to just stick to the roller coasters. And in my opinion, that's what Alton Towers should focus on being like. Because yes, you've got things like CDB's Land, Hex, the World of David Walliams now, and you have Mutiny Bay as well, but you don't have anything in roller coaster areas to disperse the crowds out. And again, the Retro Squad does fulfill a need for that. But in my opinion, they should be replaced with permanent flat rides that are themed up to their respective areas. Again, though, I do think that Alton Towers are going to do that in the coming years, so definitely watch this space. They have some fantastic world-class attractions, world-class roller coasters, but what they don't have is the flat rides to be able to space out the crowds within those areas that the roller coasters are in. So again, I do think that we're going to see some improvement in that regard in the coming years. But for now, the Alton Towers Retro Squad are returning for the 2022 season. So guys, that's been my video on the Retro Squad returning for the 2022 season at the Alton Towers Resort. I know that a lot of people have been torn online, whether this is a good thing or a bad thing. I know that some people have got the same opinion as me. They would love to see some permanent flat rides be installed into Alton Towers. Please do though, let me know down in the comment section below what camp you're in. Would you love to see some new permanent flat rides, or are you okay with the Retro Squad returning for another year and potentially another year after that in the 2023 season even? Again, let me know down in the comments. Let's start a discussion. And if you're not already, guys, please do smack that subscribe button, because we are so close to 500 subs. I don't really like talking about my subscriber count in my videos because I feel like it takes away from the content, but we're approaching such a big milestone, and I would absolutely love to get to 500 subs soon. So again, please do click that subscribe button. But guys, if you enjoyed the video, please smack that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video. I've been Ryan from iCoaster, and I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.